Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss the different abbreviations in computer language that are commonly used. This will be helpful for your competitive examinations like UGC NET, SSC bank examinations, etc. So let us start. These are some common abbreviations that starts with letter A. First one is ATM. ATM is abbreviated as Asynchronous Transfer Mode. ATM is a telecommunication standard defined by ANSI and ITU for digital transmission. ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. ASCII is a character encoding standard for electronic communication. Most modern character encoding schemes are based on ASCII. ALU, Arithmetic Logic Unit. ALU is a combinational digital electronic circuit. It performs arithmetic and bitwise operations as integer binary numbers. AI, Artificial Intelligence. AI is also called Machine Intelligence. ARPANET. ARPANET was the first wide area packet switching network with a distributed control and one of the first networks to implement TCP/IP protocol suite. Next is AAA, AAA. This refers to authentication, authorization, and accounting. It is used to refer a family of protocols that mediate network access. API, Application Programming Interface. It is a computing interface which defines interactions between multiple software intermediaries. AM means amplitude modulation. This is a modulation technique used in electronic communication that are used for transmitting information via a radio carrier wave. ALGOL. ALGOL was originally developed in 1958. ALGOL is a family of imperative computer programming language. AJAX, Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. AJAX is a set of web development techniques using many web technologies on the client side to create asynchronous web applications. Now let us look into the common abbreviations that starts with B. BPS, that is bits per second. In computing, bit rate is the number of bits that are processed per unit of time. Next is BCD, binary coded decimal. It is a class of binary encodings of decimal numbers where each digit is represented by a fixed number of bits, usually 4 or 8. BIOS, Basic Input Output System. BIOS is a firmware used to perform hardware initialization during booting process. BIT, that is binary digit. It is a basic unit of information in computing and digital communication. Next is BASIC, Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. BASIC is a high-level programming language. BFS, Breadth First Search. This is an algorithm for traversing or searching tree or graph data structures. Now the letter C, CPU, Central Processing Unit. We all know what is CPU. It is also called central processor or main processor. The CPU performs basic arithmetic, logic, controlling and input-output operations specified by the instructions in the program. Next is CAM. It is abbreviated as Computer Aided Manufacturing. Computer Aided Manufacturing, also known as Computer Aided Modeling or Computer Aided Machining. That is, CAM is the use of software to control machine tools and related ones in the manufacturing of workpieces. Next is CAD, CAD. CAD means Computer Aided Design. CAD is the use of computers to aid in the creation, modification, analysis or optimization of a design. Next, CD-ROM. We all know what is CD-ROM. That is compact disk read-only memory. Computers can read but not write to or erase CD-ROMs. That is, it is a type of read-only memory. COBOL, Common Business Oriented Language. COBOL is a compiled computer programming language designed for business use. It is imperative and procedural. COBOL is primarily used in business, finance, and administrative systems for companies and governments. Next is CDN, Content Delivery Network. It is also called Content Distribution Network. CDN is a geographically distributed network of proxy servers and their data centers. Its goal is to provide high availability and performance by distributing the service spatially related to end users. CASE, Computer Aided Software Engineering. CASE is the domain of a software tools used to design and implement applications. That is, CASE tools are used for developing high quality, defect-free and maintainable software. CRT, Cathode Ray Tube. The CRT is a vacuum tube that contains one or more electron guns and a phosphorescent screen and is used to display images. CGI, that means Common Gateway Interface. In computing, the CGI is an interface specification for web servers to execute programs like console applications running on a server that generates web pages dynamically. Such programs are also known as CGI scripts or simply as CGIs. CRC, Cyclic Redundancy Check. A cyclic redundancy check is an error detecting code commonly used in digital networks and storage devices to detect accidental changes to raw data. CRCs are based on the theory of cyclic error correcting codes. These are some of the common abbreviations that starts with D in computer language. So let us start. DOS. DOS means Disk Operating System. Next is DOS, that is Denial of Service. In computing, a denial of service attack is a cyber attack in which the perpetrator seeks to make a machine or network resource unavailable to its intended users by temporarily or indefinitely disrupting services of a host connected to the net. Next is digital to analog converter. A digital to analog converter is a system that converts a digital signal into an analog signal. An analog to digital converter performs the reverse function. DBMS, Database Management System. You know, a database is an organized collection of data generally stored and accessed electronically from a computer system. Similarly, the database management system is the software that interacts with the end users, applications, and the database itself to capture and analyze the data. Next is dots per inch, that is DPI. It is a measure of spatial printing, video, or image scanner. That is, DPI is used to describe the resolution of dots per inch in digital print and the printing resolution of a hard copy, print dot gain, which increase the size of half-tone dots during printing. DTP, Desktop Publishing. DTP is the creation of documents using page layout software on a personal computer. Next is DVD. We know that DVD is the abbreviation for Digital Versatile Disc or Digital Video Disc. DVD is a digital optical disc storage format. DSL, Digital Subscriber Line. DSL is a family of technologies that are used to transmit digital data over telephone lines. Next is DML, Data Manipulation Language. A data manipulation language is a computer programming language used for adding, inserting, deleting, or updating the data in the database. DML languages are divided into two types, procedure programming and declarative programming languages. DML statements include select, insert, update, and delete. Next is DDL, Data Definition Language. This is a computer programming language for defining data structures, especially database schemas. DDL statements create and modify database objects such as tables, indexes, and users. Common DDL statements include create, alter, and drop. DES, Data Encryption Standard. It is a symmetric key algorithm for the encryption of digital data. Next is Domain Name System, DNS. DNS is a hierarchical and decentralized naming system for computers, services, or other resources connected to the internet or a private network. Now EEPROM. EEPROM means Erasable Programmable Read-Only Memory. Next is EEPROM, that is Electronically Erasable Programmable Read-Only Memory. It is a type of non-volatile memory used in computers. Email, electronic mail. We all know what is email. That is, it is a method of exchanging messages between people using an electronic device. EULA, End User License Agreement. This is a legal contract entered into between a software developer and the user of the software. ENIAC, That is Electronic Numerical Integrated and Computer. This was the first electronic general purpose digital computer. ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP is usually referred to as a category of business management software. Next is FTP, File Transfer Protocol. FTP is a standard network protocol used for the transfer of computer files between a client and server on a computer network. FM. The FM means frequency modulation. This is also a modulation technique. Next is FAT, File Allocation Table. FAT is a file system developed for personal computers. FAT file systems are commonly found on floppy disk, flash, and other solid-state memory cards and modules, as well as many portable and embedded devices. FIFO means first in, first out. FDM, frequency division multiplexing. This is another type of multiplexing technique. FDMA, frequency division multiple access. FDMA is a channel access method used in some multiple access protocols. Now let us look into the common abbreviations that starts with G. GUI, Graphical User Interface. That means GUI is a form of user interface that allows users to interact with electronic devices through graphical icons. GPRS, that means General Packet Radio Service. GPRS is a packet-oriented mobile data standard on the 2G and 3G cellular communication network. GIF, Graphics Interchange Format. GIF is a bitmap image format. GIGO is abbreviated as garbage in, garbage out. GSM, Global System for Mobile Communication. GSM describes the protocols for second generation digital cellular networks used by mobile devices such as mobile phones and tablets. Next is HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the standard markup language for documents designed to be displayed in a web browser. This can be assisted by technologies such as CSS, JavaScript, etc. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP is an application protocol for distributed collaborative hypermedia information systems. HDMI, High Definition Multimedia Interface. HDMI is a proprietary audio or video interface for transmitting uncompressed video data and compressed or uncompressed digital audio data from an HDMI compliant source device such as display controller, digital television, etc. HDD. HDD means hard disk drive. This is an electromechanical data storage device that uses magnetic storage to store and retrieve digital data. HFS, Hierarchical File System. Now IP, Internet Protocol. Internet Protocol has the task of delivering packets from the source host to the destination host, solely based on the IP addresses in the packet headers. ISO, International Standard Organization. ISP, Internet Service Provider. ISP is an organization that provides services for accessing, using, or participating in the Internet. ISDN, Integrated Service Digital Network. This is a set of communication standard for simultaneous digital transmission of voice, data, video, and other network services over the traditional circuits of public switched telephone network. IPsec, Internet Protocol Security. IPsec is a secure network protocol suite that authenticates and encrypts the packets of data to provide secure encrypted communication between two computers over an Internet Protocol network. It is used in virtual private networks. ISAM, Industry Sequential Access Method. This is a method for creating, maintaining, and manipulating computer files of data so that records can be retrieved sequentially or randomly by one or more keys. IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol. IMAP is an Internet Standard Protocol used by email clients to retrieve email messages from a mail server over a TCP/IP connection. So, let us wind up this video. In the next video, we will discuss the remaining abbreviations that are commonly used in computer language. If you find this helpful, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.